Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, and a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Akim out there pushing this word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI has commanded you to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations. That may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line goes back to you being the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Shalom. It's your brother Halaki from the GMS Denver camp, coming back once again through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI with another video. And we're going to start here in 2nd Esdras 15. Because I have a video I want to play, man, and it shows that America is on a complete downward spiral, and it's only going to get worse from here on out. And this is happening because the Most High is punishing this place for his wickedness. The Most High is punishing this place for what they have done unto the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. You see? Matter of fact, let me see something real quick. Come on, let's start at 5. It says, 2nd Esdras 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord, YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that's what we see being poured out. These things are ramping up more and more in the earth as we get closer to the end. You see? And why is the Most High bringing these plagues upon the world? Why is the Most High punishing you people this way? It tells you in verse 6, it says what? For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. And that's why the Most High is bringing these things, man. These crazy weather patterns. And you got food shortage brewing, which is going to bring famine. You see, you got murders rising in America. All that's the plagues the Most High is putting upon this place to punish you wicked people, man. You see? So let's go to the video.
In Afghanistan should show you exactly what you need to prepare for in the United States of America. We are monitoring right now social media feeds from extreme organizations that are detailing attacks that are being planned on Western soil. We got asked a lot of questions over the course of the last 24 hours, what we think is going to happen here and what the pulling out of America's military resources means for the rest of the world. Our allies, American allies, are starting to jump ship. They are seeing that America is no longer the protector of all. And so they...
And that's prophecy as well, man. If they're jumping ship, that is prophecy. You see? Because the scriptures tell you, real quick, was that let me see where we are. Where we at? Yep. This is Jeremiah 51:8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. And they've been trying to do all these stimuluses, man, trying to patch up this economy, you know, trying to basically keep that damn dollar afloat, but it's not working. Nothing they're doing is bringing this place back to what it used to be. Verse 9 says what? We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. And that's what's happening, man. You got these countries that are forsaking Babylon. They're pulling out of different deals. They're doing their own thing, man. You see? And that's all according to biblical prophecy, man. Because this place is about to be judged for what they have done unto the Israelites, man. You see? So now you got all the heathen jumping ship and going back to their own countries. That's prophecy. Let's go back.
They are making their own plans accordingly. We also got asked what we are doing here because, as you know, we have been burning the midnight oil. We have been toiling day and night to get done what we need done. And you're looking behind me at 1 acre that we are going to turn into 1 resource or another. We're considering a pig farm where we will breed and sell pigs to other individuals. We've considered goat farm here. We're definitely putting some rabbit hutches up, and we are going to do an amount of gardening. Now you might say, well, what can you garden?
Now you're going to notice one thing as we watch this video, man. Not one time does he mention trusting in the Lord or calling upon the name of YAHAWASHI. The first thing he mentioned was growing a pig farm so he could sell pigs to people to eat them. We're not supposed to be eating pig, man. He talking about rabbit hutches as well so he can eat rabbit. No, you're not supposed to be eating that shit. You see?
On an acre. The USDA says that you can grow 26,000 pounds of potatoes on an acre when done right. And so we've taken into all of these other considerations. This piece of property does touch the rest of our property, and so we're considering what to do there, heightening security, talking about how we're going to sort of lock down the area as the crime in the United States of America continues to increase. It's not just about a large event. It's not just about some sort of terror event taking place throughout the country. It becomes about your local environment. What's your local crime like? And taking the pulse of what is happening in your area. That's what we're doing, and the pulse is scary. We're seeing murders increase in our local area, something that maybe you heard of every other year. Now we've had 5, 6 in the last 5 weeks.
And that's judgment being poured out, you see? Because that goes into what? This is Matthew 24. This is Matthew 24:12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And that's why you have the murder rate rising in America, man. You see? Everywhere you look, hey, people are being put to death, man. And it's all judgment. The Most High is pouring the death angels out. And the thing is, it's only going to get worse. It is only going to get worse, man. So all this fucking BS they're feeding you about America going back to normal, that's not what's about to happen. America's over with, man. It's just going to fall deeper and deeper into decay. And no matter what you people do, no matter how you try to build up and store away and get gold and silver and don't none of that shit matter, because at the end of the day, the only thing that's going to get you through these times, as it tells you, Isaiah 33:6, man. What does it say? And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. You see that? Not how many resources you have or how much gold or silver you have, man. The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of YAHAWASHI, that oil that you have been storing in your lamp, that's what's going to get you through these times. You see, and it says what? In the strength of salvation, the fear of YAHAWASHI is his treasure. And this dude don't fear the Lord because he out here eating abominable meats. You see? So the only thing that's going to get you through these times is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, that faith that we have in YAHAWASHI, man. Like I said, you can store whatever you want to store up. And if the Most High send a death angel your way, guess what? That death angel is going to take you out according to the Most High's will, man. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. Now your resources are left to somebody else because you didn't have the fear of the Lord, man. That's what's about to happen to a lot of these preppers, man. And that shit ain't going to save you. Let's get it.
We're seeing violent crime increase. People have lost their ability to cope with the world as it stands right now. And just like in yesterday's video where we told you that people have reached their own breaking point, they have reached their own personal SHTF, or the end of the world as they knew it. And so their mentality, their mind changes. And they say, okay, well, what's this new world going to be like for me?
And what is that, man? That's the Most High bringing distress upon men. As it tells you, let's get it real quick. That's the Most High bringing distress upon men. That's Zephaniah chapter 1. We'll jump down to Zephaniah 1. Let me see, where is it? Yup. We'll start at 14. It says, Zephaniah 1:14, it says that great day, it's like the great day of Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. Talking about these soldiers, these officers. That's about to ramp up even more when it really breaks loose, man. Verse 15 says what? That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. And that's what we see opening up here on the planet Earth, man. The Most High has these people in a state of distress, not knowing what's happening, not knowing what's going on, not knowing if it's going to get better or not. And we're letting you know it's not getting any better, man. It goes on to say a day of the trumpet, an alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers, and I will bring distress upon men. Now let's get this word distress, because this is what we see happening, and this is why you see the crime rate rising here in America, man. Distress goes into extreme anxiety, sorrow, or pain, and that's what these people are in, man. You got people losing their homes. They just ended the rent moratorium, so you're about to see a lot of people be evicted from their homes. Hell, you even got landlords who are being evicted from their homes because their tenants are not paying their rent. So that's distress, man. That's anxiety, that's sorrow and pain, man. Anguish, suffering, pain, agony, ache, affliction, torment, torture, discomfort. And that's exactly what's happening, man. These people have been put in a state of discomfort. After living so comfortably for so many years, they thought it was always going to be that way. But now we see the Most High is turning this place on his head, man. The Most High is turning Babylon upside down. It says, it goes into what? Heartache, heartbreak, misery, sorrow, grief, woe, sadness, man. Desolation and despair. Trouble and worry. And that's what the Most High is pouring upon these people. You see? That's why these people are losing their mind. That's why these people are breaking, man. Because the Most High is doing this to them. So Zephaniah 1:17, and it tells you why. It says what? And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men. Why? Because they have sinned against YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. You hear that? Because you people are walking around in a perpetual state of sin, man, of wickedness, especially 2/3 of our people. So you're going to see the crime rate go up because they have no understanding of what's going on, how to better the situation, or how to be saved from the situation. The only way to be saved from this as Israelites is trusting in YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, man. Not prepping, not storing up a whole bunch of food. That ain't going to save you, man. As it tells you right here in the next verse. It says what? Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in that day. You see that silver, that gold, and what you turn into your resources, like I say, you getting like old boy talking about building a pig farm, some rabbit hutches, all that. That shit is not going to save you in the day of the Most High's wrath, man. That's not going to save you. You see? It goes on to say, but the whole land shall be devoured with the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. And that's exactly what's about to happen, man. That's exactly what's about to happen.
And for a lot of people, it's going to be misery, crime, and unrest. And that's the sort of environment that you need to prepare for. Talk with your local organizations, your local community, and reach out to your local police department and ask them what they are seeing. Ask them if they're seeing an increase. Are they seeing violent crime, violent car theft? Are they starting to see personal attacks? If they are, then you need to take that pulse and adjust your security protocols accordingly, like we have here. We have made, as you know, if you've watched this channel for a long time, we have trigger events. And each event in our planning has a trigger and then a plan, a reaction. So an action and a reaction. And so according to what we're seeing right now, we have enhanced our security. We have increased our personal protection protocols. We have increased the ways that we are handling and dealing with strangers and other people. We are even increasing the ways that we are just looking at the potential for further things to take place. And we're talking about the new reality, the new America, where you might say right now, today, you might be watching this video and think that Constantine wire, rebar over your windows, barbed wire over your door. Maybe you would think that these things are overkill, and that is a luxury that you are soon going to be removed from. Look at Cuba, Brazil, Venezuela, Vietnam. Look at all of these countries. Look at India. Look at everywhere. And where you see a lack of policing presence, where you see an increase in violent crime, you start to see these protocols take place. And so Kelly and I are enhancing these protocols ourselves, making it so that no one is going to touch the fence. No one is going to climb over the fence. If they do climb over the fence, you have multiple and redundant early warning systems. You have...
He said, what does that show, man? That shows a lack of fear of the Lord, man. Because at the end of the day, who are you to say that no one is going to touch the fence or come in and take your goods? Because at the end of the day, you're not in control of that, man. Like the scriptures tell you. You see, that's the pride of you people. Thinking that you are in control, thinking that you have any type of say-so in the matter, man, when you don't. You see, because the most I told you, or tells you, let's get Sirach chapter 39 real quick. Sirach 39 and, what is it? 28, Sirach 39 and 28, it says what? There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. You see that? So there's spirits of vengeance, spirits that the Most High puts on different people to go out here and commit acts according to the Most High's will. And if it's the Most High's will for a pack of wild niggas to run up on you and steal your goods, that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be, man. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. So you can put all the protocols you want into place all you want to. Guess what? It doesn't stop these spirits from doing exactly what the Most High want them to do. Because it goes on to say in verse 29, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword. The modern day sword is a gun, man. Punishing the wicked to destruction. So if the Most High has it out for you, if the Most High has pulled your number, and it's time for you to go back to the spirit world, that's what's going to happen, no matter what kind of protocols you have in place. You see? That just shows the pride of you people thinking that you have some type of control or some type of say-so in what goes on here on the planet Earth, man. And you don't. Verse 31 says what? They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So whatever the Most High set these spirits of vengeance out to do, they're going to do it, and they're going to do it in perfection, because all they live for, or all they were created for, was to appease the wrath of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, man. And there is nothing anyone can do to stop it when the Most High puts them on you, man. You see? Let's see what else we got.
Eyes on the field. You have those force multipliers. It's no longer about being over concerned. And I don't even want to use that P word, that paranoid word, because there is no such thing as paranoia for a person who...
That's it. You get the point, man. So all that prepping and saying no, but as you heard him, man, America's going down. And why is that? Because that's the Most High's will. It was never said. America was never set to rule forevermore on the earth, man. This place has an expiration date, and we're fastly approaching that day. You see? And that's why all hell is about to break loose here in Babylon the Great. As it tells you in 2 Ezra 15, it says what? Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. This is what's coming to the shores of America, man. All hell is about to break loose. We already see the crime rising. When Esau puts more of these draconian measures into place, you see, people are going to get more desperate. They're going to get more savage. And they're not going to have any remorse, man. It's either going to be you or them. So you're going to have a lot of shootouts going around. You're going to have a robbery and theft rising. You have the murder rate skyrocket. This is what's coming to America, man. All this hope of making America great again and building back better, all this bullshit. Nothing but complete chaos is coming to this place, man. It goes on to say, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men. That goes into uprisings of the government. That's what's coming. You see? When more of these draconian measures are put into place, when that second lockdown comes, you see, to take away more of your freedoms, you people are going to rise up, man, and go against your governments, man. It says what? And invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You see that? This is what's coming. This is what's about to take place. Complete anarchy and lawlessness, man. You see? Not going to be listening to your mayors, your governors, your president, whoever's in so-called power, man. All that's going to be thrown out of the window, and you people are going to take the power into your own hands because of these great restrictions they're about to place upon you. You see, they're coming to try to take your guns away. That's going to cause war to pop off. It's going to cause a whole lot of soldiers, military soldiers, to be put down. You see? Verse 17 says what? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why? Because martial law is going to be initiated, man. You're not going to be able to travel back and forth up these roads as you're doing now. Just moving around as you please. We saw it with the first lockdown, man. They shut this country down. You couldn't even leave the state that you were living in. This is what's coming back, and it's coming back in an even greater way than the first lockdown, man. You see? Verse 18 goes on to say, for their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And this is what's coming, man. These cities are going to be fucking war zones, man. People fighting over resources, people, women being ravished out here. America is about to become the biggest third world country the world has ever seen, man. Crime is going to skyrocket, man. And that's because of what? The iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, man. It's about to get very, very dangerous and perilous out here in Babylon the Great, man. You see? Verse 19 says what? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. And that's prophecy, man. So all these protocols that you put into place is not going to stop prophecy from coming to pass. Most I said, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Why? Because the resources are going to be scarce. And your neighbor's going to have to feed his family. And he knows you have resources, so he's coming to take yours. Now, what are you going to do? It's going to be shootouts, man. And these suburban neighborhoods, these apartment complexes, man, it's going to be fucking shootouts, man. A lot of people are about to die here in America. It says what? But shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. What is that? Your resources. All that stuff you're storing up, man. You see? The hundreds of pounds, the hundreds of thousands of pounds of rice, the hundreds and thousands of pounds of beans. You see? The 100 cases of water. All these things you're storing up. Your neighbor's going to come in and spoil your goods, man. Because this is the time we're living in. You see? It says what? And spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So famine is coming, man. Famine is coming. People get hungry, they get desperate, and they're willing to do anything to eat. That includes coming into your home, holding your family at gunpoint, maybe even putting the man in the house to death, and taking your daughter, your wife and your daughter as fucking barter tokens, man. You see? Put them bitches on a chain and leash and have them walking behind them. Hey, that man wants some beans and he got 2 things he can trade for it, man. Or lease it out for a little while just to get some beans or whatever it may be. These are the times we're coming into, man. It's about to get real brutal out here in Babylon the Great. You see, and hey, this man sees it. This man sees it, man. But guess what? If the Most High is how can I say? If the Most High, if it's time for you to be judged by YAHAWASHI, man, that's what it's gonna be. No amount of prepping, you see, no amount of money is going to be able to save you in this time we're coming into, man. The only thing that's going to save us is our belief and our faith in YAHAWASHI, man. You see, and we see that's not even a thought on these people's mind. All they're talking about is resources, resources, resources. Storing up your resources and enhancing your security system. You see, in the minute of the Lord, we're doing that in the spirit, man. While you people are trusting in this carnal stuff, we're trusting in the spiritual, man, because we know what the Most High has promised to take care of us in these times of trouble, man. And let's get that, and I'll wrap it up on that. While you people are cleaving unto your money, man, we're going to cleave unto the God of heaven, man. We're going to cleave unto the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You see, what did he tell us to do? Psalms 50 and 15, it says what? And call upon me in the day of trouble, and I will deliver you, and thou shalt glorify me. And that's what we're going to do, man. While you people are thinking that all this shit that you're storing up is going to save you, you're going to have the true believers of YAHAWASHI calling upon him and being delivered from all manner of situations, while you people are going to be trodden down like the mire of the street, man. You see? So this is what's coming. All hell is about to break loose in America, man. It's not going back to normal. Oh, let's get that. when they shall say peace and safety. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. It says what? For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And this is exactly what's coming to America and to the rest of the planet Earth, man. All hell is about to break loose through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. And so with that, I'm going to give all praise, all honor, all glory to YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, and a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopefully let Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI has commanded you to do. With that, I say shalom, wa, abba, abba.